forget. Cool. Okay, so I didn't actually get to read the abilities of the 3 that we chose, kind of thing. So I will read... I chose the wrong one. So I will read the Sky Sovereign one first. So it's a flying artifact with crew of 3, which means that a creature with power 3 or creatures that are at least totaling 3 or greater have to be tapped in order for this creature to be considered an artifact creature. And when it enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. That's not too bad, actually. It's got a nice effect, but that one doesn't look that good. So the other one that we were going to name the Latios to, Aetherwing, is a flying artifact with crew of 1, which is very cool. Except for, I think it's one of those flip cards, so I don't know what the other card is. I don't think it tells you either. Yeah, it doesn't tell you what the flip card is. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, what? Okay. Okay, so Invasion of Kaladesh. Okay. As a siege enters, it's sideways. So I'm trying to read it sideways so I can actually understand what's being said. Alright. So this is going to be kind of weird, but as it enters, choose an opponent to protect it. You and others can attack it. When it's defeated, exile it, then cast it transformed. Okay, so it has its own toughness. When this card enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Okay, so you get a free creature on it. That's kind of interesting. So when you beat it, you get a creature on top of it. That's kind of weird. And the creature is that it gets stronger the number of artifacts you control. So its power is equal to the number of artifacts you control, and the crew is 1. That's actually kind of interesting. And what I was going to name Latios, Hull Drifter. So it's a flying vehicle. That's kind of the point. When this vehicle enters, draw 2 cards. And it's a crew of 3. But when it enters, so does that mean when it changes into a creature, it enters? Or is it just like when you pay the mana cost and then you call it to the field? Because either way, that's amazing. I mean, if it's anytime you load it up and it becomes an artifact creature and you draw 2, that's amazing. Either way, it's pretty good. Mana cost is too much for a draw 2, though. If it's like you gotta pay 5 and then you get a free creature. That's a flyer, though. It's kind of like the niche part about it, though. It's a flyer. So that's it for the extra stuff. There's not much else. I don't even think the walkthrough has anything. Yeah, it's just do the battle tower. There might be that one odds and end thing. Like that one odd ed thing that we might not have done. I mean, like, if we had a lot of time, like, we're getting pretty close to the 8 video mark, so, like, if there was, like, a lot of time, I would have... Oh, it's got Soul Dew. That's actually really good for these 2. So, yeah. But, back to the topic at hand, though. What I would have done is, like, if we had it, like, if we were at, like, the 1 minute 30 mark, we would have went through the Elite Four a second time, kind of thing, right? Like, we would have gone through the Elite Four as many times as possible until we got to the end of the session. But unfortunately, we are pretty close. We're about 8 minutes away, and we pretty much did everything. By the book, no doubt about it. And if you're wondering how you get the why not legitimately, You gotta go to Lava Ridge Town. So this is how you get the one legitimately. The two we have are not legitimate. I think you have to talk to this guy right here. Being buried in hot sand is so warm and heavenly. Yeah, ouch. Pokemon nipped my backside. No, it's this. I have here an egg. I hope to hatch it by covering it in the hot sand by the hot springs, but that doesn't seem to be enough. It would be best if it were kept together with Pokemon and carried about. You are a trainer, yes, and your Pokemon vitality. So you would take the egg to hatch? Yes, you got too many Pokemon. There's no room for this egg. Yeah. So that egg is the Wynut, if I am not mistaken, unless it's Emerald that has the Wynut egg, in which case, I don't know. But yeah. Good, I hope you'll walk plenty with this here egg. Best way is to go through Cycling Road, but this is typically what I like to do. I like to go through a really long route and just run across. There's other things you can do, like you can rematch trainers to make their Pokemon like much stronger kind of thing, and that's typically the way you like level up your Pokemon past what they are now kind of thing. Either that, or you can rematch the Elite Four a bunch of times, or you can just rematch some. I know some of the trainers actually level up their Pokemon as time goes on. My favorite training spot, like if I don't want to use the Elite Four because it takes too long, is to go through the breeders here. So this one right over here and this one was my favorite training spot. It was my favorite training spot because they had 6 Pokemon, and typically, depending on what it is, you could easily just one-shot them. So I think their Pokemon was capped at like, I think level 40 or something like that. And they give a decent amount of experience. I think it's the guy that gives you more, I think. I think it's the guy that gives you more experience. He has like I think he has a Lairon, I think, that gives you like almost 2,000 experience. And it's like, yes, please. Like, that's really good. But that's if you want to go with the faster, not faster, but like more so like just the faster, more boring method. If you just go through the Elite Four a bunch of times, though, it's easy. It's not like the Academy Ace tournament from Scarlet and Violet, where you can just, like, you can literally just put on an auto-clicker for just the A button and just sweep through the whole thing, because they just heal up your Pokemon after the end of the match. I think I tried with just my team as it was, with Captain Kidd in front, using Swords Dance twice and just sweeping everything. It takes too long, because by the time you switch from Swords Dance to something else, like the auto clicker with one Pokemon just hitting like one move at a time, you would have already beaten it. You've already beaten the first trainer. So it just became such a hassle though. Then I bought the auto controller, and then that's when the DLCs came out. Or that's when the Teal Mask came out, and I don't think it changed it. I think it was the Indigo Disc that changed everything. Then the Teal Mask came out, then I capped out my money and capped out everything. Oh no, I got it after the Teal Mask, and then I capped out everything. Then by the Indigo Disc, I had max money, max everything, and then I was like, okay, we're just gonna go do this kind of thing. Are we actually going to, like, be done with this yet? Should hatch soon. Unfortunately, I don't have a Pokemon Flame Body or anything like that. I don't even know if Flame Body actually works in Generation 3. But yeah, but like I love our team from Scarlet. I liked it. I liked their DLC team a lot. I think like when I transitioned from the Teal Mask over to the Indigo Disc, I thought I was gonna use Ogerpon on the team. I thought against it And then there was the one challenge in which that said like, oh, you can only use Pokemon from this area. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, what? It's like, yeah, you can only use Pokemon from this area. Okay, then. Well, we're gonna defeat you in, like, no time at all. And then that's exactly what happened. I think all I did is I looked up a team idea. I looked up something that's like, these are Pokemon that are recommended, but, like, you don't, like, it's not, like, the thing. And then I remembered that I could have gotten rid of one of them for Meloetta, because it had the same typing, but the only difference was the ability kind of thing, and the stats, of course. And I was like, Meloetta would be perfect because the stats are really good, plus it has Serene Grace, which is really nice. But then I thought about the reason why you have Farigiraf, right? Farigiraf is because it has the ability Armor Tail, if I'm not mistaken, where Armor Tail prevents priority moves. So it's like, that's way better. It's about to hatch soon. Come on, why not? You can hatch. But yeah, since we did the Pecharunt, I've not touched Scarlet and Violet at all. I haven't. I haven't even done any of the 7-star raids because they're all practically the same, and all of them are like, yeah, you need to make a new Pokemon. It's like, no. 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 I'm not making another Pokemon for a one-off. No. I'm not gonna go change my Miraidon so it fits the raid. No. Just no. I'm not doing that anymore. So I stopped. If anything, I will PK Hex them in. If anything. Because I don't want to bother with it. It's just that bad. I kind of want to go through all that nonsense. Just for what? Just to have a starter with a different Terra type from a raid and have a special mark for it? No. Hack that thing in. Doesn't matter. I just remember the one thing that I liked, or the one event that I liked was the Delibird one. That one was awesome. Delibird and Blissey's. Those are the best ones. I think Blissey is not as overpowered as it was in Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, oh my god, get a 5-star is it purple? Is it purple or red? Get a 5-star purple or red Blissey raid in Sword and Shield. Is there a puppet magic card? Is there a puppet one? I'll name it after a vehicle. I have one name for a vehicle. You will be named after a vehicle if I can't find one. Nope, nope. You don't want card. Can I go with? Is there a puppet one? I know there's scarecrows, but that's. I guess that makes sense. Scarecrow. Is there one that's like... Ooh, that looks so cool. I'm going with you. Okay, cool thing about the Scarecrow creatures is that they're not like creepy Scarecrow or bad Scarecrow or something like that. They actually have names. Bro, that's awesome. That's why doesn't all the other creatures have this? Okay, I'm gonna switch to the Scarecrow that I just picked up because I think it looks really cool. And you know what? Why not deserves it? What? You don't have it in here? There we go. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, you guys see the name. Here it is. Here's Why Not's name. Sounds so cool. For a baby Pokemon. Rendemaw. Alright, so there you go. That's the Pokemon. Alright, so Rendemaw is a creature with menace and reach. I think it means it cannot be blocked by either more than one creature or less than one creature. One of the two. Okay, so let's see here. So it also has reach, which means that it is a creature that doesn't have flying, but it can block flyers. So when this creature enters, and whenever you play a card with 2 or more card types, each player creates a tap 2/2 Blackbird creature token with flying. The tokens are goaded for the rest of the game. They attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Cool. So that is it. That is Ruby in a nutshell. There's nothing else going on. There's nothing else that needs to happen. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time for some more Pokemon.